Alright guys, welcome back once again to Cryptotica. I hope all of you did survive the dump yesterday because the price action so far is looking completely fine, and as of now, this price action is turning out to be a dip. And there's one more thing guys, we can see how Bitcoin is not that strengthful once again in the market. Most of the altcoins are completely deviated from whatever Bitcoin is telling all these altcoins, right? And I do believe that until we are holding on to $42,500 levels on a daily opening and a closing basis, essentially a daily trending basis, most of the altcoins will try to go ahead and retest that exact point of dump where it all began, right? So most likely that is going to happen for the rest of the week until Bitcoin is above $42,500 level. So with that said, let's take a look at this, guys. So Binance Futures BTC open interest got shaved off by more than 30%, right? So we have crazy amount of leveraged being wiped out of the market, guys. This data is coming in from derivative markets. As you can see, it was not just Binance, it was most of the exchanges, most of the derivative exchanges where your open interest just simply fell sharp, right? So essentially guys, in an uptrend, this means that leveraged positions are completely wiped out of the market. All right, not completely wiped out of the market. Yes, there must be a lot of positions which were hedged and which got their asses saved from the previous dump which happened yesterday, right? So with that said guys, let's jump on to the price action itself. All right, why are we starting with FTT? I think this was no. All right, let's talk about Bitcoin real quick right here, guys. So what is happening is that we are somewhere alongside the bottom side of the guppy indicator itself, and you know the deal, guys. The 3-day guppy is telling us that this entire support region is green, which means that we are in a trending motion to the upside. Although I don't like this. Me personally, I do not like this piece of price action on the 3-day time frame itself. So 1 day, 13 hours to go, and if Bitcoin closes this 3-day candle below this entire support region, guys, in the small to mid time frames right here, which is going to be your $47,000 level. So if Bitcoin is actually closing a 3-day candle below $47,000, most likely yes, this will slowly start to drip down and retest the lower side of the guppy, and with strength coming in from the bears itself, maybe all these things that do flip to the downside and we start retesting these levels for good. Essentially your $40,000 flat as good, right? So this entire zone is, guys, pretty important right at the point where we wicked at almost somewhere alongside the $42,500 levels. So this is very important. I think that the coming days for Bitcoin is going to be really important, guys, to the upside or the downside. I do believe that we have induced some kind of bearishness, at least in the 12-hour time frame, guys, because this is all right. Let's get rid of the guppy real quick, because guppy in the macro is looking fine. Where do I get rid of this? Okay, right here. So all right, guys, so what happened right here is the 12-hour price action was a little bearish engulfing, guys. This one did clear out this entire price action to the downside and is kind of challenging this structure, this price action structure as of now. Are we confirmed on the breakdown of this entire higher low structure as of now? Most likely yes, guys. Look, we did wick below this entire liquid zone right here, and we did get picked up, but look, guys, this is crazy amount of bearishness, this is crazy amount of selling coming in from these levels right here. And let's take a look at the volume as well, because this is going to be a spot, right? This is Binance spot markets and not that outlier of volume, guys, which is why we do have a little. All right, Bitcoin has a benefit of doubt right here. So if we actually get supported from $42,000 levels on a daily basis, most likely most of the crypto market will start going to the upside once again, and everything would look once again back on track, right? Until then, guys, it's going to be a challenge. Most likely Bitcoin is going to be looking weak for your small time frames, like maybe your hourly or 4-hour time frames as well, right? So essentially this piece of price action is something which I personally would not like to trade, guys. To be honest with you, even if this price action simply rips to the upside, I will not be interested in trading this one, guys, because whenever Bitcoin tries to formulate a bottom in time frames which are relevant, it's going to be very volatile, guys. It's going to be playing like fire. Your landlord is moving by 7 to 10% in 4-hour time frames. It's not good for most of the crypto assets, guys. All right, now this is certainly amazing for anybody who's trading the momentum, anybody who's trying to go for intraday time frame trades as well, right? So it is very good for chasing the momentum, guys. As you can see right here, this one was a good looking trade right here, right in the morning hours. As soon as you broke below this grind line, this was a good momentum trade in the 10-minute time frame, right? Look, if I were to be trading this one, I would have been targeting a 3 to 4% move to the downside, and this is what exactly happened. We came all the way towards these price points, and well, look, guys, these things, I mean, essentially you cannot pinpoint the exact bottoms when things are looking this volatile, which is why let the price action resolve itself. And I do feel that the major retest is going to be somewhere alongside $50,000, guys. And look, now, all right. Now, I think we can talk about a little bearish interpretations in the Bitcoin's price action structure, right? What am I personally expecting? Now, this is my personal opinion. This cannot be a financial advice. So don't make any trade because of this, right? So essentially, what I personally feel is that maybe we could squeeze alongside these price levels and just try to retest right here and then go for bam reversal back again, guys. This is what I personally feel. All right, so I don't talk about things which are without a context, right? Why do I say this? The only reason is, guys, look, all right, the guppy is telling us completely different things, but if you just take a look at the price action behavior on Bitcoin, all right, let me just jump into some time frames which are relevant for that matter, right? So what you can see, guys, what you can see right here is that Bitcoin essentially pulls away back into the top regions and then bam, we go. And these things are happening in bearish environments, guys. These things do happen in bearish environments, right? And look, to be honest with you, we are still below this rejection high. We are still below $58,000, which is why, guys, the bigger side of the skeptic behavior and the nature that the market participants just showed yesterday is of greater magnitude, right, guys? Look, this is something which tells us that the market is not exuberantly confident to go to the upside, to simply rip to the upside, which is why we could be spending some time out of these levels, right? And this is your 886 level on Bitcoin, which is out of this entire bearish leg, right? 786, 886. All right, 786. So Bitcoin at 786 right here is your major level, guys. And all right, I don't think it's going to be a wise choice to go for leveraged long positions in the market until we are above $58,000 to $60,000 on Bitcoin, guys. I don't think that this area is going to be worth trading. I think you should prepare yourself for a pretty choppy week coming up, guys. Pretty choppy week coming up, to be honest with you. This is what I'm expecting for myself. And I do feel that if I were to be trading any crypto asset for that matter, I would be jumping into the small time frames and I would be really interested in trading the ranges, guys, because I feel that this right here, right now, is the perfect landscape for anybody who's trading the markets, right? Anybody who does not understand what FOMO is. Essentially, pure trader, right? So try to be a trader right here in these zones. I think that the market is going to be volatile, and if your risk and your system is completely managed, most likely this is the perfect time to trade, guys. This is not the time to situate your positions in the market. This is the time to trade the ranges and make use of these things, right? For example, this one right here, I do feel that, all right, if we are going to be staying above this price point, we will retest these levels, guys. 47, 48,000. I think by the end of this video, you will know who was right. Was the market right or was I right? So you'll know that. But most likely, yes, guys, this one, it looks to me like it really wants to creep to the upside in the small time frames and try to test these areas of liquidity, right? I do see that there is crazy amount of sell pressure coming out of this entire zone on Bitcoin, guys. So watch, so be a little careful. If you did buy the dip coming into altcoins from this entire price action, look, just see what happens when Bitcoin comes into these levels. If Bitcoin is rejecting this price point once again to the downside, maybe we will sweep the lows, guys. Maybe we will retest the lower side of the guppy, which is sitting in at $42,000, guys. $42,500 levels, right? Now, bearishness has begun in the market, to be honest with you. And what can we expect out of this entire down leg, guys? I think that, yes, it's a fair thing to talk about this point at this point as your zero extension to the downside, right? We can see that the 618 is sitting in at approximately 50,000, guys, the exact point from where the volatility really started kicking in, which is why this is going to be very significant, guys, which is why I think there is another trade lined up in the market. So if you see Bitcoin consolidating above these price points right here, most likely we will simply keep on trending back again to $50,000, guys, which is a good looking trade, right? Out of this price point right here, it's a 5% range to the upside. It could be a good looking trade on Bitcoin itself, right? So do we have anything to talk about on Bitcoin daily time frame? Not essentially, guys. Look, you know the deal right here. If you start trending below the 21 simple itself, most likely it's not going to look nice. Let's take a look at the weekly 21 as well. Where is the weekly? All right. As expected, $42,500 levels. Yes, bouncing off of the weekly 21, guys. This was your ultimate support where Bitcoin quite literally bounced off of, right? And I do feel that with this bearish engulfing weekly candle, we do have 4 days, right? So these 4 days are going to be really important. But if this weekly candle closes like this, most likely we will initiate that momentum move to the downside from these exact price points, and maybe we try to retest these weekly candle closures at the higher side of $30,000, guys. I think until then, this could be considered as a dip for the timing, as the small time frames are. Well, the small time frames are telling us that maybe we can retest these levels at first, guys. And I think once we come to $50,000 levels, that is when the real test will happen, right? So with that said, let's jump on to Ethereum. Ethereum right here, crazy volatility coming in on Ethereum as well, guys. Now this one retested the 21 simple on the 3-day to the downside, guys, and well, I think the real death and destruction was caused in the 4-hour time frame, so which is why we're going to be talking about the 4-hour price action behavior, right? So yesterday's video on the crypto panic bar was something about the fact that how we could reside alongside the 200 simple, and until Ethereum is not basing a trend below the 200 simple itself, most likely this could be all right. This is what I'm expecting for Ethereum, guys. This is something which I'm expecting, right? You squeeze and then bam, you go and retest this breakdown zone once again. So most likely this is it's crazy, guys. It's just crazy. For some reason, I feel that we're going to be magnetic. This zone is going to be a little magnetic, and this is going to be pulling the price action towards this price point until we are getting supported by the 200 simple itself, guys. This is something which a lot of crypto assets do again and again, and I feel that this is another no-brainer. Most of the leverage has been wiped out of the market, so most of the participants, most of the weak hands, the shaky hands, longing Ethereum with 15x, 20x leverage are out of the market completely. I don't think that anybody on crazy amount of steroids leverage in the market are still long in the market, guys, which is why I think that this could start pulling to the upside, guys. And this brings me on to a price action which I really like and which I like to talk about as well, right? This is something which I like to call price action pulling away from you. So how does that happen? Whenever an asset trends to the upside, it goes to that last expansion to the upside, and then bam, you go to the downside, clearing all of these levels, right? And then something really interesting starts shaping up. This this is something which Bitcoin, Ethereum, most of the crypto assets like doing again and again, right? Again and again, guys. You've seen this pattern repeating in the market again and again, and for the time being, I feel Ethereum could do something like that, right? For that matter, guys, look right here. We tried to close a 4-hour candle below the 200 simple itself. We were immediately rejected as of now. But what I see right here is another form of resistance coming in onto these levels, which is why I do feel that Ethereum could be squeezing in something like this, guys. Look, this is going to be a guess, and I'm not going to make any trade on Ethereum to the upside until we resolve the squeeze to the upside, guys. I think let's take a look at the hourly. I think we're going to be getting clear indications right here. Yes, you are in a squeeze. Yes, you are going to be squeezing down for some time until the market resolves itself to the upside or the downside. You're going to be squeezing alongside these levels, and on the hourly you have to situate above the 21 simple, right? Above the 21. All right, this one is exponential right here, but yes, above any of the moving averages, 21 simple or 21 exponential, you have to situate above that. That's going to be the first indicator that maybe we could start picking up from these levels, and we could be rolling onto these levels at first, and then maybe we could retest $4,000 flat. Although I do feel that potentially this could be a dip on Ethereum that could take the price action all the way towards $5,000 as well, guys. This could happen, right? So how would you manage my risk? How would you manage your risk in the market with targeting for a $5,000 Ethereum? Most likely this one, guys. Look, this is your last rejection low. All right, not rejection low. This is your structure low right here. You did not break below this price point. So essentially, yes, guys, I just feel weirdly confident about this price action right now, as of now, that most likely we do slip and slide. It's going to be volatile. Yes, Ethereum most likely will spend some time right here, but I think on a 4-hour opening and a closing basis, Ethereum could not, well, should not. I think should is the word that I should use. Ethereum should not close any 4-hour candles below 31.55 or $31.50 levels flat, right? And that would align with 200 simple as well, guys. Look, until then, most likely we keep on trend to the upside and go towards the $5,000 flat, right? This could happen. This could potentially start happening out of these levels, guys. Remember, Ethereum as an asset is volatile. Yes, things are volatile, but if you have your exposure and leverage completely calculated in the market, most likely you're going to be doing fine. I do feel that yes, this one is going to be pulling to the upside, guys. I don't really have much to talk about the price action. It's just kind of like a little bit of instinct, a little bit of market instinct that you get after getting wrecked for several hundred times. This is what you come up with. This is what you realize about the market. It's going to be shaky. Most likely the high leverage, the excited traders in the market will get completely silent, and most of them will come back into 5,000 Ethereum once again, and that is when bam, once again we go down this, and again this is going to be repeating again and again, right? So we are ahead of that. Crypto community is always going to be ahead of that, so hit that like and subscribe if you do feel the same for Ethereum, right? So let's take a look at something interesting right here, guys. So FTT is on a path to recovery already, and on the 12-hour time frame, most likely this is supporting, guys. This one is getting supported from the 21 exponential of the 12-hour time frame itself, so most likely this could roll to the upside, which brings me on to the fact that exchanges are highly liquid as of now, guys, which is why exchange tokens are simply trending to the upside. So where did FTT had that little breakdown going on? It was from your 1618, guys. 1618, holy shit. Again and again, these things will keep on coming to you again and again, right? So any asset which is in a complete rip to the upside, in a blue sky breakout environment, that asset would first of all take some sort of halt at 1618. Your second halt is going to be 2618, and your somewhat resistance is going to be the 4236, guys. This is something which we are looking at on Solana as well, and Solana most likely is going to be consolidating below $200 levels for some time, and then your ultimate resolution could be towards $500 Solana, guys. Look, it really depends on Ethereum. Most of the altcoins, yes, are going to be dependent on Ethereum, guys, and if Ethereum is getting supported onto these levels right here, right now, yes, this could be considered as a dip on most of the altcoins, at least for the rest of the week, right? Even if your shitcoins went down by 35 to 36%, yes, it's most likely going to be a dip. So right here on FTT, the price action, yes, it's looking completely fine. It's getting supported. FTT, one of the strong ones, guys. This one is really reacting nicely coming from the lows, and the 12-hour RSI is still above 60 reads, which is why this is one of the bullish piece of price action, and which is why, guys, this is an important dip. This is a good looking dip which has got bought. And as of now, the price action is looking completely fine above the 21 exponential on the 4-hour, looking fine, trying to break above the grind. Let's see on the hourly. Yes, there is all in the grind to the upside. If we take this one to the upside, most likely we will retest the previous all-time high at $82 levels on FTT flat. Let's take a look at ADA against USDT real quick, guys. Something which I posted on Discord server as well, right? Now this is something which I noticed yesterday, not on the 3-day. I think yes, it was on the 4-hour. Yes, it's on the 4-hour. So ADA obliterated a good looking structure, guys. I think Cardano henceforth is going to be a little weaker than most of the market participants, where your FTT Solanas are simply going to be rolling to the upside. ADA could most likely look weak, guys. You can see right here the recovery is also not that nice. Coming from this bounce, I don't think it's nice. So this one was a real breakdown, guys. This one was a real breakdown right here, which is why you broke this entire higher low structure to the downside. And well, your targets to the downside are located somewhere alongside 618 levels, guys, and that could be aligning with your $1.8 levels flat on ADA itself. Most likely we could be coming back down, and we could retest these levels in the coming days. For the time being, in the mid time frames, most likely the price action with Ethereum could be bouncing from 382 extension itself, right? So this one did bounce from the 382, so far so good. So far the bounce as of now is looking completely fine, although the recovery is not that strengthful, to be honest with you. But yes, so far the 382 is being held, and until this price point is being held, most likely Cardano with the rest of the market will at least attempt a move to the upside, right? Since the leverage is wide out in the market, guys. Leverage completely wiped out of the market. So do we have anything to talk about? Let's take a look at any random shitcoin from the list, guys. There is one shitcoin from Solana ecosystem which is completely ripping to the upside. Synthetify, guys. I was talking to you guys about Synthetify right here. Yes, for full disclosure, yes, I do hold this one. This is one of my holdings, guys. I feel that if Synthetics network token can work efficiently in the market, and it's a protocol which is actually useful, I think Synthetify is 10 times, 100 times more efficient than Synthetics network itself, right? Which is going to be a no-brainer investment, guys. I was talking about how Synthetify could be a good investment right here on these levels, and this one is still ripping to the upside. It's just constantly ripping to the upside. One of the bags which I don't want to really look forward towards. I just want to hold this one and just throw my private keys away to some other side of the world, guys. Truly, this is what I feel about Synthetify as a whole. So is this a good time to buy on Synthetify right here, right now? Maybe not, guys. The rally has just this one keeps on extending to the upside. Although if you are too keen to enter this one right here, you could be managing a risk below this price point. Essentially, Synthetify going below 4.8 on a 4-hour opening and a closing basis would mean that we could be potentially reversing our trend back down on these key levels at $3.5 levels, right? And even if it comes back down to $3.5 levels, most likely it is going to be a dip. Most likely it's going to be a good buying opportunity, right? Okay, let's take a look at Solana as well, guys. Let's see what Solana is doing. Yep, crazy volatility happening on Solana from these levels, guys. And where is it? Where is Solana right now? Solana is at the 4236 extension, guys, out of this entire bullish way to the upside, right? So yes, you are consolidating on these price points, and until well, you can't really base any conclusions right here on the 3-day time frame itself, but let's take a look at the daily and let's see what's going on right there as well. So the daily yesterday didn't close. I mean, look, guys, the rest of the market did close really bearishly, but this one held on to some structures completely fine and nicely. And to the downside, you were supported onto these levels, guys. Remember, yesterday when I was quite literally recording the video, this one did bounce from the 55 regions, guys. It was somewhere right here, right? I was pretty much confident that most likely, yes, I don't think Solana is going to go below this price point right here. And this one did bounce. And immediately, guys, this was crazy to look at, right? This was just crazy. This was just madness. 40% retracement right from your $136 levels, guys. This is madness, and I think this is not essentially an organic behavior for this asset, guys. I think there is something behind it. Honestly, I mean, manipulation in the market. Maybe, guys, could be something like that. This is not an organic piece of price action. I can talk about this in the 10-minute time frame to clarify this one, guys. Check this one out. Madness, soul thirsty market. Everybody really wants to buy the market, but guys, I'm not talking about the way up. I'm talking about the way to the downside, guys. This overextended move was caused majorly because of the derivative market, guys. So here's what you can do, right? Here's one way to manipulate the market. What you can do is, alright, so all of these derivatives like Solana perpetual contract, Bitcoin perpetual contract, Ethereum perpetual contract, all of these things are your synthetics. How do I say, guys? These things are your synthetics assets, right? These things don't have an intrinsic value. These things derive their value from base assets. Now, this example right here, Solana perpetual contract is going to be deriving its value from maybe Solana USD, or maybe a combination of Sol USD on Binance, Sol USD on FTX, Sol USD on Uniswap, Sol USD on Radium as well. So you combine all of these spot price actions, and then you make a basket of all of these price action combined, and this is how your derivative price action is determined, right? This is how your derivatives are evaluated in our cryptocurrency markets. So this is something which can happen, guys. So whenever you see that there is absolutely no volume coming in on the spot, you can easily go for that rug pull in any of the spot exchanges, guys. And look, let me just talk about the spot price action as well. If you compare this one side by side, okay, I don't really like the color of this chart right here, guys. I'll maybe I'll change it later, but yes, let's take a look at Sol USD on FTX real quick. So you can see, guys, what I'm talking about right here. So the order books on FTX were completely illiquid in the market, guys. मतलब कोई buying order नहीं था यहाँ पे, कोई buy करने नहीं घुस रहा था market में, right? Nobody was trying to buy Solana on these levels coming from the spot markets, the price points which determine your perpetual contracts, guys. Essentially, there was no buying coming from these levels. So what happened is that this is something which you can easily pull off. I think this is something which you can easily pull off, guys. You go for a short position on perpetual contracts, you sell the spot, and you buy the spot way lower than your perpetual contract. Now, these things are quite possible with huge capital, guys. So if you don't have 20, 30, 40, $100 million, I don't think you are capable of doing all of these things. So essentially, whenever these things are happening, the best you can do is just stay in the sidelines until you have $100 million, right? And when you do, let me know. We can manipulate the market together. Well. Crazy wild west. No matter how many regulations are gonna come into our crypto assets, this is something which will happen again and again, guys. Because I feel, look, we don't have any circuit limits. All the stock markets. So US stock markets also has no circuit limits, which is why the US stocks can simply jump up by, I don't know, 100%, 200% in one single day. Whereas Indian stock markets have a circuit limit of 20%, guys. Can you believe it? People sitting in America watching this video right now, just listen to me carefully. Our stock markets are not allowed to move more than 20% in a day to the upside or the downside. Can you believe it, guys? This is the level of plunge protection we have here for our investors. Whereas most of the people who are trading in Robinhood or any derivative exchanges in US and A are going for those kamikaze trades even in the goddamn stock market, guys. Holy shit, gambling in a next level, guys. Madness, guys, madness. These financial markets are just crazy from all single angles, right? So do we have anything to talk about? I don't think so, guys, which is why I'm going to be winding up this video right here. And if you found any value in this content, hit that like, go for the subscribe, and all of those good things, right? I will catch all of you in the next video pretty soon. Bye for now.